Now we will discuss about the concept of statistical independence and stationarity in the random process. First we will discuss about the statistical independence of the random process. Consider a random process x of t. Let x of ti equals to xi. For xi are the random variables defined at the times ti with density functions fx of x1 t1, fx of x2 t2, fx of xn tn at the times t1 t2 and so on up to tn. For the random process to be statistically independent, the condition is that the nth order joint density function must be equal to the product of individual density functions of x of t. Mathematically, fx of x1, x2 and so on up to xn at times t1, t2 and so on up to tn represents the joint density function of the x of t, and fx of x1 t1, fx of x2 t2 and so on up to fx of xn tn are the density functions of x of t are the individual density functions. Now the product of individual density functions is equals to the joint density function. Then we can say that it is statistically independent random process. For two random processes x of t and y of t to be independent, the joint density function of x of t and y of t must be equals to the product of individual joint density functions of x of t and y of t. That means the joint density function of x of t and y of t combined must be equals to the product of x of t joint density function and y of t joint density function. Now we will discuss the topic of stationarity in random process. So anything which does not vary with time, we will call it a stationary. So for in random process also it is the same. A random process x of t is said to be a stationary random process if all the statistical properties such as mean, the moments, variance, standard deviations, etc. will not change with time. That implies all the statistical properties will not vary with time and remain constant. There are different types of stationary process like first order stationary process, second order stationary process, wide sense stationary process, nth order stationary process. We can say that the statistical properties of x of t must be equals to the statistical properties of x of t plus tau, where tau is the any time varying. Then it is a stationary random process. Thank you.